atop turn 3, but the track is so small and my vantage point so good that I'll actually pick up the call when the cars dive into turn 1. On the very bottom of the racetrack, after the most recent concrete reconfiguration, this has now become 24 degrees of banking on the bottom to 28 degrees on the top. And that's why the top side, once there's rubber laid down, seems to be the fastest way around the racetrack. After they go through turns 1 and 2, they'll exit the second corner and head down the back straightaway, barely the length of 2 football fields. And when you realize these cars in qualifying averaged over 130 miles an hour, terminal speed at the end of these very short straightaways, very near 150 miles an hour. Well, who knows who's going to win this afternoon, guys? I know it's going to be an exciting Food City 500 as we honor Steve Burns.
I just hope we see a winner today at Bristol Motor Speedway because weather is still threatening in the area. Right now, the cars are on the racetrack. They're still broken into 2 different groups at very reduced speed because NASCAR has the jet dryers working the pit road areas. They're not completely dry yet.
Doug, one of the best things you can do to dry a racetrack is get the cars out there. The header pipes underneath these cars well over 1,000 degrees, so that certainly helps the drying process. Now one of the pace cars drops off the racetrack, and we will now have a 43-car field all buckled up and ready to go here momentarily at Bristol Motor Speedway. So looking forward to it. Again, if you missed it yesterday, Joey Logano put a whooping on him, led all 300 laps to win the Xfinity Series race. And you might think, like, oh, that must have been a boring race. A lot of great racing. It just wasn't for the lead.
It wasn't up front, but there was a lot of great racing yesterday in that race. Also today, you can reach out and interact with us here today at the Performance Racing Network. Wendy, you want to tell them how they can do that?
Yeah, send us a tweet. Get on Twitter at PRN Live. If you're not on Twitter, don't worry about it. Get on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook, right? Facebook/Performance Racing Network. Send me a note. Maybe a trend you see in the race, a question that may come up, especially if we have some downtime. You may hear your question on the air.
All right now the car's coming by us at Parade Rest. And Rob Albright, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like the light's off on the top of that pace car.
What a great sight, and one we really didn't expect to see as recently as an hour ago. We thought it might be at least another couple of hours before we'd see a dry racetrack. Great job done by these crews. Starting in row 5, the top 10 this afternoon, Paul Menard and Jamie McMurray. Occupying row 4, Kurt Busch, Casey Kane. Going off 5th and 6th in the 3rd row, Denny Hamlin on the inside, Joey Logano on the outside. In row 2, Carl Edwards with his best start of the season, and the defending series champion, Kevin Harvick. And on that front row, choosing the outside, the pole sitter, Matt Kenseth, to his flank, Brad Keselowski. The lights are off atop the Chevy SS pace car. And, guys, we're going to race at Bristol.